It's time for Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. This program is paid for by Crockett & Sons Enterprises and does not necessarily reflect the views of this station. Hey guys, what's on deck for today?
Happy Saturday. It's a Power Pack show today. Michael Crockett, we got a lot on the agenda today, man.
There's so much coming up this weekend. I'm just excited. We're going to kick it off with IC3.
I hear me? Man, I was talking to I felt like everybody in the West family this past week.
Come on now.
Get ready for the conference, kicking off with a golf tournament, of course, on the 22nd and the 23rd to the 25th at the Church Without Walls. I'm excited. My classmate is in the building.
Yeah, man.
And I knew him as Chris, but we call him Dr. Christopher Hartwell.
Yeah, Doctor.
Got us Dr. Christopher Hartwell, pastor of Crossroads. What's up, my brother?
What's up, baby?
It's good to see you, boy.
Good to see you.
I feel like we need to go get a cool cup of something, skip class. I can't say that. You're a doctor now. He's a doctor.
Now, he don't skip no more.
He don't skip no more, Mike.
But he can have a cool cup, though.
Yeah. I don't know. He tell me, hey, man, I'm trying to work it out. So I'm going to leave that alone. And, of course, Dr. Claiborne Lee Jr. is here, pastor of the Mount Calvary Baptist Church. How you doing, Doctor?
Man, I'm absolutely fabulous, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good for a teenager.
Okay. I hear you.
Yeah, doing good.
I got to find out your secret.
I'm still working on it.
He aging backwards.
Right.
We stay in the gym and on the renewers.
Say it louder.
Yeah, I say we stay in the gym and on those renewers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Mike, I know you're excited. Of course, got the mobile clinic to be a part of the IC3 conference. So, this is a major conference. Tell everybody who may not know what this conference is all about.
That's the Issachar Church Growth Conference that was founded by Dr. Ralph Douglas West, and it's intended to help churches, pastors, church leaders of all sizes, from everywhere, to be able to be equipped to really do relevant, redemptive ministry in the 21st century, and especially now in this post-pandemic era.
Yeah, and I know, Pastor Hartwell, I know you've been integral part of this, and I know how much Dr. West has mentored a lot of preachers and pastors in it. Just talk about not only from an implement standpoint of you being involved, but how the ministry as a whole has blessed you as well.
Oh, man. Where do I start with Dr. West? I mentioned earlier that, before my dad died, he on his deathbed, he reached out to Dr. West and said, I know I'm about to die.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I want to put my son in your care, and I want you to take care of him the way I would take care of him.
Wow.
And so it was a swift, smooth transition, and he's my spiritual father, and he's my pastor, which I think, as me and Clayton were talking earlier, there's so many young pastors out here that in some ways they're renegades. And
you started pastoring at what age? I don't mean to cut you off, but come on. Man. No, seriously, because it's value in
it's relevant.
So here's what I started pastoring at 22.
Okay.
Yeah. So here it is. To be honest with you, I had to grow up fast because I lived inside the Hartwell bubble. So once I got outside that bubble, it's like, it's a whole new world, right? And then, we started experiencing exponential growth. We go from 50 members to 3,000 overnight. It's like, whoa. And then, you kind of get arrogant, you get the big head, you start feeling yourself, you're overconfident, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't even know I needed a pastor, once my dad died. But, man, I'm glad he made Dr. West, adopt me as his son.
Yeah.
What it built in me was not just one who's responsible, but one who's accountable.
Okay.
And so a lot of pastors don't have that accountability. So when things come, when they're in a crisis, they end up talking to the wrong people who've not walked in their shoes, who's not faced that challenge before. And so I say it's very important. You and I both know, man, it's very important for a pastor to have a pastor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV, and I love this element with Crockett because he brings, Crockett, you can speak on it as well, the business element into the church and the health element as well. So many things that he's bringing when he shows up with Crockett and Son.
Yeah, that's an understatement. What I like about what you're saying is basically the pastor's pastor is the pastor's mentor.
Right.
And the value of mentors in business is priceless. Right. As we continue to maneuver and grow, I know that I like how you said you hit exponential growth instantly, right? There's some things that I've been discussing with some pastors because they come to me and ask me how do they continue with the legacy of the church, right? And I encourage the pastors of the churches. I said, look, try and set up something where your church, for every member that's 65 and older, try and set up something where the church can set up a life insurance policy on that person, right? And the church pay for it.
Wow.
Right? So when the church paying for that life insurance policy, that person now gets to leave a legacy whether they can afford it or not.
Right.
Because so many families have issues with a family member putting the church in the life insurance policy. Well, let's spin that thing around and say, okay, well, we're going to get an additional policy that's to benefit the church and make sure that you get buried properly. Right? So, because sometimes they don't have the money to take care of that. But imagine if the church can step in and say, okay, well, 65 and up, we're going to cover all y'all.
Wow.
And just partner with an insurance company, if y'all looking for one, shout out to Crockett and Sons, they'll provide life insurance that's comparable for what you need, even if it's $10,000, $20,000, $15,000, something like that, right? But it's they get to leave a legacy. When they may or may not be in a position to leave a legacy, but have the desire to.
And that's powerful. Just going outside of the four walls with thinking of stuff that probably the church can do. How does the church stay? And I don't mean to make this sound as easy, but how does the church stay relevant in today's time? Because the picture of the church, Dr. Lee, what I'm looking at is not what we grew up in.
No, it's definitely totally different.
Right. Well, man, it's real simple. So ministry is fundamentally about meeting needs. So Warren Wiersbe said many years ago in a book that I read that ministry takes place when human needs are met through loving channels to the glory of God.
Wow.
And so the way we stay relevant is by staying in touch and in tune with the needs around us, the needs in the community that we serve, the needs in the nation, and even the needs beyond the nation. So IC3 is not just serving the United States of America, but we are international. We also have an Africa conference that we also put on in the fall, and we have African brothers and sisters. Some of them will be here this coming weekend preaching in some of the churches and participating in the conference from South Africa and other regions around the continent of Africa. And so when you are in tune with needs and then you structure ministry to meet needs, that automatically makes you relevant. So if it is a need for burial insurance and being able to leave a legacy, you can meet that need, like Crockett said. Or if it's young mothers, right, you can meet that need. If it's transitional housing for those that are coming out of prison, you got needs that you're meeting. Whatever the needs are, you're right there and you're plugged in, you're tuned in. And that's what Jesus did. Jesus always was about meeting needs, and therefore the majority of his ministry was not done in the temple. The majority of his ministry was done outside.
And you know Dr. Howard well, because we walked the streets of H-Town and several other places just standing up for the rights. Are we involved enough in that as a church?
I think we've got to take a different approach. Because what we've done, we've tried to do everything in a vacuum. And we've got to partner with others who are already successful in doing something.
My man.
Because what we've done, you and I walked the streets, man. And I remember this. You and I walked the streets, man. It was 300 of us out there walking the street, chanting. And the very next day, it was a murder around the corner from where we were marching. So we didn't do anything but get some FaceTime on, on television. So I think we've got to think larger. And that's what IC3 is for a small church, mid-sized church, large church. It's like you connect to something that is larger than you, and guess what? It instantly make you larger.
Right.
And I think that's what you and I, when it comes to the political activism that we do, social activism that we do, we can't just do it. Just me and AV get together and y'all meet us.
So we don't get tired. Doing it, just walking.
Yeah.
Because one of the things we did, Mike and I did, was go to the churches. And we're saying, come out and get tested, because we see that there's an
free health screens in the community. So as I'm listening to you guys, we're so on the same page, and as you were speaking about collaborative efforts, right? The business community and the church has to connect, right? In order for us to actually take care of the community. With our, as AV was saying, we have the mobile health clinic. We do blood pressure, blood glucose, body mass index, oxygen level screenings. We have a 40-foot clinic that we pull up and do that with. The clinic will be at IC3. Now, as I was listening to you, y'all have iron sharpening iron concept going on at IC3. And innovative ideas being exchanged from ministry to ministry to keep the church established. That is amazing.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
That's amazing. Yeah. When I went, cause last year was my first time.
Okay.
So I had never been.
Okay.
Right? And you have to understand, I go to church, but I ain't AV. You know what I'm saying? Let me just put that there.
He go to church.
Come on.
Thank you. That's coming from my class, man.
Come on, man. It's real. It's real.
I knew it before he was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
The thing, my point is to see all of the churches coming together on one accord to strengthen each other.
Yeah, right.
That's not televised. That's not communicated. The body of Christ is unaware of that because I totally am a part of the body of Christ, and that was my first time.
Yeah.
Seeing I was green to the facts, right? So the enlightenment and the awareness was beautiful, and to see you guys all being cool with being on one accord and assisting each other.
Oh man!
If I'm saying that properly, right?
You are.
It's amazing in our culture to see the church come together on that level. As you talk, but as you were talking about the collaborative efforts, we need to now blend, as you said, blend the community and business with the church, so that now we can meet the needs. Because once the church come through and do that march, right? Somebody got to continue with that activism, right?
But Brother Crockett, if you remember historically, any great entity or organization that was started, it was started by the church.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You think about all of the colleges and universities along the East Coast.
Yeah.
It started at the church. You think of...
I was in a meeting yesterday and found out that TSU was found. I found out that TSU was founded in Wesley Church.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just to your point,
Yeah. You know, go ahead.
I was just thinking, man, as we say this for me, as we got probably about a minute left on this, but just talk about the importance of people being a part of this conference.
Man, it's absolutely vital. If you want your ministry to grow, if you want to grow, then you got to come to this conference. There are churches and pastors that have few people, and what some of them don't know, some of them in Houston have forgotten, is that Church Without Walls is a church start. Pastor West and Sister Sharita West started this church with 32 people, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? And so sometimes people think that, you can't relate, it's a big mega church and all that. No, it's something for everybody. And if you really are serious about growing individually in your gift and your ministry and growing your church, growing your mindset, growing your leaders, exposing your leaders to something, you got to be here, and it'll be well worth the time and the financial investment.
Talk about the story time, because that's one of the major things.
Man. See, you have to register in order to hear story time.
All right.
And if you want to register, you can go to IC3churchconference.org. IC3churchconference.org, because story time is how we say it's confidential.
Yeah, it is. It is.
When it comes to that, we understand our fiduciary responsibility. But man, story time is very attractive, but it's not the spotlight. The spotlight is giving people around the country and the world access to some of the great leaders in this country and around the world. And again, you can go to IC3churchconference.org. Now, you forgot. You were talking about the golf tournament on Monday and going to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
You forgot the car show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I forgot about L. Yeah, talk about that. You're right. Give it to me real quick.
Man, listen, the car show. April the 20th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., okay? The car show. You can bring your slab, your swingers and bowls. You can bring your motorcycle, your slingshot. You can bring all of that stuff, man. We're going to have crawfish. It's a crawfish shortage in the South, but it ain't no crawfish shortage at the Church Without Walls.
Yeah, because L got him. Dr. Chris Hartwell and Dr. Claiborne Lee. Thank you guys for coming on. Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV.
Man, thank you.
Thank you.
Crockett. Man, the day keeps getting better and better. I'm excited. Saturday, April 27th, Black Men's Wellness Day is coming. I feel like the bishop has stepped into the building.
The bishop is in.
Archbishop is right next to
They brought the bishop and the arch.
Jamel Johnson, Danielle Cooper hanging out with us on Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. Good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Glad to have y'all, man. Y'all look like, I feel like me and Mike are underdressed right now.
Come on, man. Usually I dress up.
Yeah.
I chose to dress down to fit in since we represent Wonky.
I know. Yeah. And this, let me tell you, the first Black Men's Wellness Day was awesome on a beautiful campus of Texas Southern University. I know we're moving over across the street this year to U of H, but tell everybody for the first time hearing about the Black Men Wellness Day, what this day is all about.
Man, it's the most fun you'll have going to the doctor's appointment. It literally is probably one of the best days of the year for us, man, as we have been working. As you mentioned, this is our second one, and we definitely thank both of you all, man, for being a part of the very first one.
Man, thank y'all, man.
Yeah. Because man, we came out the gate, man, and we didn't have a benchmark. We didn't know what to expect.
Right.
But man, we got on the phone, man, and called some people that we knew, and those people came and rallied and said that we believe in Black men and Black men's health matters, man. And so it's a day where we literally are intentional about putting Black men and their families. So I want to continue to echo that, Black men and their families in front of their health by giving them free screenings immediately after their screen. Doctors are right there to give them an instant consultation. And I think because the event is so fun, right? Having a main stage that you all will be gracing again, I think that it kind of reduces, right, some of the anxiety that a man would have going to the doctor, and it makes it fun, right? And so we wrap it around a 5K walk or run. So there will be a few people. I know Coop say he gonna bring his Nikes and he gonna do the 3K in 29 minutes.
Coop, you got it like that?
Go ahead, man.
Coop got a lot of confidence.
Yes, sir. But then there's a few people, they gonna take their time.
Yes, right. Enjoy it.
But it's gonna be a fun day, man, and we invite the whole city out, man, because really our honorary chair last year, our forever mayor, Sylvester Turner, said something that really sticks with us, man. He said that if you want a healthy city, you got to have healthy people in it.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
And man, just seeing a lot of men out there, I think it helps the apprehension we may have. It helps that anxiety when you see other brothers getting tested. Because sometimes we're nervous. We don't want to go.
Definitely, and that's one of our major platforms this year. We're using a motto saying, remove the mask, remove the cape that we wear every day as Black men. And so, we want Black men to be feel safe in this space, to be able to come out, get tested. But like Jay said, we don't want you to walk away with the first time hearing I got high blood pressure. So we want you to be able to go and talk to another Black doctor, get that one-on-one consultation, and allow us to provide for you the resources. Because again, we're more than just Black Men's Wellness Day. We're here for the journey. And so, right after Black Men's Wellness Day, we'll go back to our normal routine, talking about real man, real talk. We still bring men together, having a mental health space. And so we really want men to be able to come out, because we've heard time and time the testimony. Men saying that as a Black man, I know more about my car than my body.
That's right.
In my phone, I document the days I get my oil changed, my tires rotated, my windshield wipers, but nothing in my phone about my body.
Right.
So men have shown us that this event is definitely powerful. And of course, in our home office in Columbus, Ohio, over 40,000.
Wow.
Over 40,000, Black men come together for their annual walk. And so Houston, we got some road to cover.
Yeah. We're gonna get.
But again, we definitely are ready to embrace 10,000 plus this year. And I'm happy to have our brother and Faith, Mr. Rushawn McDonald. Houston native. He's our honorary chair this year, U of H alum.
Yes, sir.
And so again, we're still in Third Ward, which is going to be right across the street. Happy to be hosted and sponsored by Timothy Fertitta School of Medicine.
That's amazing.
Major. U of H has recently launched a brand new medical school in the last 2 years, and we're happy to be one of the newer affiliates of a third-party affiliation with the college. So this will be the first of many to come on campus of U of H. And so mark your calendar, April 27th. Again, it's not the whole day, 7 a.m. to 12.
Yeah, come in early.
And again, we're screening first. So we're not walking first, we're screening first.
Yeah.
So we screened 5,000 African-American men last year, 5,000 across the country. 20% of those Black men went to the ER the same day. We literally told them at screening that, hey, you're not prepared to walk. You're at stroke level. So Being very intentional.
We've seen that at the churches.
Man, we've seen it at the churches. What I love about it is, I mean, it's exactly what I do, right? Yeah. With the free health screening. So I'm going to have a 40-foot mobile clinic out there taking care of people. Yes, and the other element that's extremely important, the reason why these people are at stroke level and unaware is because they don't have health insurance.
That's right.
So we're going to be out there providing health care for free to the community. Yeah. So it's a great concept. Me and Pastor Jay, we've been tight before the clinic and before the move. Yeah. We were discussing this type of idea, and now it came to fruition. So us coming together and doing it in the community is a beautiful thing. I'm excited about it, man. Yeah. Let's get every person screened. Let's do the walk. And for those of you who have issues, we're gonna get them taken care of right there on the spot. And if you don't have health insurance, we're gonna make sure you get that as well.
And definitely shout out to Crockett. I mean, I know I know you're on your own journey in this health and wellness space, but just as a personal friend, I just want to publicly say thank you. I called Crockett last week. I had an employee, that works for me at the job. It's about 9:30 at night. I say, Crockett, hey, got an employee. Oh, yes. Just got a hospital. Been in the hospital all Easter weekend. Wow. He's a diabetic. And no insurance. Yeah. This young man has a family, and I say he needs some insurance. Crockett said, hold on.
Yeah, got an agent.
Quick, fast, and
within 15 minutes, this brother say, hey man, I got a zero down policy. Blue Shield, Blue Cross, I'm done. Something's cool. Thank you.
You talking his language. Yeah, you say that.
Yeah. So thank you, brother.
Man, you're more than welcome. And that is what this thing is all about. Yeah. The goal is to find out if we got an issue, health issue, right? Then once we find out if we got a health issue, let's make sure we got the resources to cover it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I love the move that we on and the movement that we making happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a beautiful thing to me, man.
Yeah, we want you to encourage all of you men to come out and join us for the Black Men's Wellness Day, Saturday, April 27th, 7 a.m., University of Houston, 3700 Cullen Boulevard. It's going to be a great time. And Pastor Jay, I remember you lost a lot of weight, guys. Yeah. Pastor Jay has lost a tremendous amount of weight. But tell us, even that mindset, man, going into
what it
why that was so
it.
important to do it. Yeah. Because you look like I told you, you're transformed more than meets the eye.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I like that. I think one of the things, man, just real short, man, my mom called me one day. And, kind of joking, she was like, hey, two things. She said, one thing, I'm going to put your daddy out. And then the second thing, I need an accountability partner. So I say, slow that thing down. I say, one, keep that in the house. Yeah. Tell me what you need an accountability partner for. Yeah. And, man, it just so happened that she had gone to the doctor and found out she had type 2 diabetes.
Bro.
And the doctor, rather than putting her on medicine first, challenged her to change her diet. And so he said the best thing that you can do is have an accountability partner. So, man, she called me, and I was like, cool. Me pastoring, man, after sweating it out on Sunday, I'm looking for something to put me to sleep.
Come on, man. Yeah. I got to crush you on the turkey wing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And so, man, after, joining Mama on this journey, man, and really looking at what the doctor said that she needed to do, it was easy. And so, man, I just started to, adjust my lifestyle, started to work out, be more cautious of what I was eating.
Yeah. I want to ask you something about that working out part.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a trainer?
I became it. So I got personally certified.
Come on, bro. So, that's what I'm talking about.
I really don't throw that out a lot. You know what I'm saying? But,
it's important.
But it's important because there are certain things that you need to know about your body.
Go ahead.
And then there are certain things that you need to know even when it comes to rest and recuperation, when to eat, how to eat, how to supplement your body.
Yes, sir.
So I did that during quarantine, had some downtime. You know what I'm saying? So I went and became a certified personal trainer, put that on my business card.
Yes, sir.
Now, I gotta say this about training. Every successful person that you know
got a trainer. Yes, sir.
You can't say I want to be like that person and not do everything that person got going on.
Right. Yes, sir.
So I'm committed to this whole health thing.
Yeah.
Man, I got a trainer.
I see you.
I'm in there 5 days a week. Yeah. I'm committing to training. I'm committing to changing my diet. I still eat a turkey wing once a week. A turkey wing once a week. You did instead of every day.
Progress.
But I did 90 days no vegetables. But 90 days no meat, only vegetables.
Yes, sir.
And that's a big thing as we discuss the diet. See, 6'2" and chubby becoming 6'2" before your very eyes.
Yeah.
Six-pack September, here I come. Yeah. I really mean that, right?
Sir.
Saying it to say I want the people to hear that from you.
Yes, sir.
You became a trainer.
Yes, sir.
And then you dealt with your diet on the journey. And how important is it how important is it to have control of your diet?
Yes, sir.
on this health journey and be a trainer, because in order type 2 diabetes, right?
Yes, sir.
Can be cured by your
by your diet.
Bam!
Because at the end of the day, man, I saw this post and I shot it to Coop. It said that we take medicine to heal our bodies from the food that we ate.
Here at the end, man.
We take medicine to heal our body from the food that we ate. So now if we reverse that and we start to eat better.
Right.
So it's about making the investment.
Eat the food that heal your body. If we reverse that and start eating the food that heals
makes
our
a
body.
difference.
Man, come on, man.
Makes a difference because now, you know, being on this vegan journey.
Go and say it out loud.
Yes, sir. Being on this vegan journey, man, I'm grateful to have my best friend with me, man. Another way of having an accountability partner. He started at the beginning of the year. Dropped over 20 pounds.
Congratulations.
You know, but I don't think we can say we had the itis yet.
No, we haven't.
I mean, because you think about you eat vegetables. I mean, it gives you energy.
Gives you a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy, man. I know you feel renewed.
Oh man, just renewed.
Young man.
You know, and I got to tell everybody, I don't go out and boast and brag about it. It was something personal to me. And I've been with a lot of trainers that I paid out of pocket for and never saw the results until I invested in myself. Educated myself. A lot of times you hear vegan, you think about bird food, salads.
I need you to do
a whole other world out
for me here. I need you to repeat those words. You said, I did what
I invested in myself.
Come on, bro.
Invested in myself.
That's a big deal.
In 90 days, I've seen over 20 pounds drop off this body this year.
Glory to God.
You know, my goal last summer was to go vegan January 1, and I made that commitment. And you know, here we are with accountability partner and a best friend and a brother. You know, so we get a chance even when we travel. We just hey, what's our reason for the day?
Let's stick to it.
How do you handle eating when traveling?
Well, you know, of course, you know, just based on the time zone, you know, we definitely modify. You know, we definitely do the intermittent fasting every day. You know, we don't eat until 4. So
slow down,
and that makes a major difference.
So you're going fast now. The nuggets that you're dropping though, because with the vegan piece, right? There's another step, right?
Exactly.
Speak on that part.
So water would be the key. Okay, so you can't just jump on these dietary opportunities, you know, and just starve your body. You know, and so you will fall off. So again, we're doing a lot of water, a lot of hydration during the daytime. 4 o'clock is typically our peak. You know, 4 p.m. between 4 and 8 is typical when we're eating. But again, that didn't happen overnight. Programming our bodies, you know, to get to that point. But again, feel lighter. Got away from all my medication. Still working out in the morning. You know,
he just run right past the blessing. He just be talking right
Listen,
past.
I want to do this. We got probably about 30 seconds left. But Black Men's Wellness Day, Saturday, April 27, 7 a.m. How can people register, find out more information? What do we need to do?
Yes, sir. Man, you can visit www.aamwahouston.com. Again, that's www.aamwahouston.com. And I have to say this, everything is free. All the way to the parking. It's free.
We like free.
Yes, sir.
And especially free parking.
And definitely in closing, you know, for all the Radio 1 family, we definitely want to give a shout out to Big Tho and his family. You know, Big Tho is a loved one, JY alumni. So we'll be doing a big dedication to, you know, to Big Tho at the walk. Asking all black men to come out and get your screening on behalf of Big Tho. Walk with us, save black men's lives. Shout out RIP, Big Tho.
Thank you, Donnell Cooper, Jamel Johnson. Thank you guys for coming on Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. We'll see you guys on the 27th.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful Diane.
Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. This program is paid for by Crockett and Sons Enterprises and does not necessarily reflect the views of this station. For those needing business, healthcare insurance, tax, or other essential family needs, call the Crockett and Sons Enterprises corporate office, 281-576-9119.